State on the right of your screen and Lafayette College on the left. This is for the third place in the Men's Open Division 2. Cracker on our hands, Pat.
Yes, both of these teams disappointing losses in the semifinals, but they're going to look to end the weekend on a strong note with a third-place finish in this first ever USA Rugby Collegiate Sevens Open Championship.
And that's Brandon York, had a great game a little earlier, gets that ball popped back for his team. Lafayette had possession, but now turned it over to Sonoma State, swirling and winding. They've got some dangerous runners on their team. None so other than the big man, number 1, Jake Butcher. Smashes it up.
Good ball movement by Sonoma State. Oh, and their number 10, he splits the gap. That's Thomas Porter. He's in for the try. Sonoma State drawing first blood quickly.
Wow, that man, number 10, Porter, as slippery as you like. We've seen him glide through defenses all weekend long, and that time using the stiff arm to get through. We'll check out the replay if we can. Phenomenal start for Sonoma State.
Thomas Porter, one of the players in the open division who's making a name for himself here this weekend.
And here he is here. Look at the number 10. Bang, off the left, and then has the right if he needs it. Slides over. Very sleek customer. He will take the conversion as well from in front. See if he can add the extras to his try. Taking his time now, and it is good.
Well struck kick there. Sonoma State gets on the board early, attacking into the wind. We've seen a lot of teams struggle going this direction, Dallin.
And particularly the kickoffs here with this wind in the background. You can see the flags coming at Porter, who's about to kick this off. Got to go the 10 meters. Yep, and the safety first to kick a little bit long and then defend. Ball bounces up for Lafayette. Solid tackle on there, fly half. Now they rumble it up.
Kevin Ertz with the big run for Lafayette. Oh, jarring tackle by Sonoma State. Causes the knock on. Jack McNamara with the big hit. Captain of Sonoma State and scrum half made the tackle, and now he'll feed the ball into the scrum.
Sonoma State got some speed out here. Davis with the dreadlocks on the edge of your play. They choose to go the short side. Porter looks first. Now brings it back to the open side. Having a crack and breaking the first tackle.
Thomas Fallon.
Oh, York with a great cover tackle there. Fallon taking it up. Now this is Davis. Let's see the step. Twinkle Toes managed to keep it in field.
The big man, Botcher, draws 3 Lafayette tacklers. And there's Fallon. Sonoma State looks to be content to tack in tight.
They come back to the short side. They got to score here and will.
That's Stephen Orengo touching it down. Sonoma State.
Wow, a lot of threats, a lot of attacking play there. But I tell you what, some of their big man, like Butcher we saw there, just helping out, and Fallon, very hard to stop. All of a sudden, it's 12-0.
In a game like this, Dallin, where you have two teams who lost in the semifinals and are both disappointed to be playing for third place, a lot of this is mental. Who can get up for a game where they wanted to be playing for the championship? They're not. They're playing for something less than that. Looks like Sonoma State's the one who's got a little bit more oomph behind them.
And Orengo there diving over for a classic try, exactly. They really would love to have been in the final. Just got knocked out at the death in a cliff-hanging semi. And they are playing today here. Actually, the team I coach, Occidental College, we played Sonoma in a thrilling final in Denver for the INSCO rounds. And it actually went into Joey Maloney, Cooper's brother, scoring a double at the end for Occidental Tigers. This is Brandon York, a young Tiger at heart, setting it up.
Lots of Occidental connections in the rugby world.
They are indeed. Stepping and going. Lafayette now over the halfway line. But their ball seems to be spilt, unfortunately. Sonoma gather it now. No sweeper playing back.
Here comes Botcher.
With the fan, there he goes.
Oh, the big man rumbling down the sidelines. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He's going to go in.
Nobody will stop him as he marches away. Oh, and still going underneath the sticks. Dangerous stuff there with a small in-goal area. Botcha, what a big man. Sporting a beard very similar to my co-commentator here.
Not quite as good as mine, but he's a young man. Hasn't been growing his for 32 years like I have.
That's true, and here he goes again. Bobbles it at first, then gets the fend going. He's had a strong weekend. Hard to stop. Rounds on the outside.
Then for good measure, stiff arms the Lafayette defender in the try zone.
And kick to come, 17-0 already, all Sonoma State. The wind drags this one to the right-hand side.
It's been one-way traffic into the wind. Let's see if Lafayette can get something started here.
Yeah, they've had possession, just a couple of errors creeped in here and there.
There's your man Yak.
Unfortunately, that ball going to the deck. So just those unforced errors coming into play.
And Dallin, we've seen a lot of that in both the men's quarterfinals, women's quarterfinals. How much of those handling errors do you think are related to how cold it is out here in Greensboro?
That's a great point. I mean, obviously not on the field, it'll be a bit warmer. I really even can't feel my feet right here in the commentary booth. So probably going to put it down to weather, and then also a bit of fatigue, I think, as you spoke about earlier. Mental and physical fatigue. This is many players' 5th game already on the trot. Oh, goose stepping around. Oh, and again, keep the change.
Timothy Brophy for Sonoma State, showing some fancy footwork.
Oh, just stepping people in a phone booth. Phenomenal stuff. Off the left 3 times. I'm going to enjoy watching this replay when it comes up. 22-0. Here it is.
Shades of Morgan Findlay there with his stepping ability.
Here he comes. Little dummy.
Oops.
1 off the right.
Oops.
2 off the left. And 3 off the left coming up. Bang.
Oops.
Get out the road.
Awesome work from Tim Brophy.
And that will bring us up to half-time with this conversion. Gets
off the post.
So 22-0 at half-time here. The 3rd place men's Division 2 clash. And we'll be right back after the break.
I love playing rugby.
And we are back here. It is 22-0 to Sonoma State on the left of your screen. Lafayette kicking off, and they need something special here to get back into this game.
Yeah, Lafayette's really done nothing so far. No real reason to suspect that they're going to make any sort of comeback here.
And here we go, Sonoma State on the outside. Clever little kick through, got some chasers onto that ball. One of them is Kukulis, but it's picked up by Lafayette, and it's going to come back for pushing the player off the ball. So penalty to Sonoma with the ball landed.
Looks like the referee says that the kicker was interfered with as he was chasing down his own kick.
Yeah. So McNamara with the ball now. Goes to Porter. Karulis with a hard line. Oh, that's a try scorer from earlier. Oh, bumping off and the fend and the offload. Wonderful stuff. Right on the line. Getting the offload. So close. Got to score. It is the big man.
I think that was Kaloris.
I think it was indeed. He's been one of their go-to forwards as well as Butcher, the big man.
Sonoma State looking really impressive here, and just gives you an idea that Principia, who took them out in the semifinal, might be the team to beat in the final, which is coming up next.
That's a good call, Pat. Definitely Sonoma very strong here, running at another great try as you watch the replay here. Oh, powerful run by the try scorer. Good defense here to stop him right on the line.
But Kaloris started that with the first big run, and there he is getting the ball right back and finishing it.
Very hungry, as you said. The team that wanted more. Sonoma State definitely want to get this third place title at this inaugural Men's D2 Open. We're here in very chilly conditions in Greensboro, North Carolina, McPherson Stadium. Kickoff is nice and high. Ball goes to the ground, then losing it.
Referee blows up the knock-on pretty quickly there. Looked like Sonoma State would have liked to play advantage, but they'll get the put in at the scrum.
Yeah, Sonoma's looked good all weekend. And that semi-final game, quarterfinal you spoke of, was a absolute cliffhanger. Principia coming through at the death. Porter. Oh, sees a gap, breaks through. York is on the tackle. Lovely stuff from him. Oh, the ball, Wynn just carrying that ball forward. Unfortunately, you could see it just set up a bit. Has been a challenge for the kickers as well as passing those long balls in this breeze.
Well, Lafayette's got a chance to attack now. They've really been starved of possession most of this game. We'll see if they can do anything.
Got Christopher Nelson with the number 6 jersey. York has it now. Nice run. Nelson now with the ball. He's had a good afternoon. Just shifts a bit loose. Sonoma, lots of pressure on them. Looking for a turnover and has been turned over right now. So another opportunity for Sonoma to extend their lead.
Mass substitutions now. Joey Kamishia coming on for Sonoma State. Adam Hops coming on for Lafayette.
That's good to see. Great that these players get to experience a final of some sort here in the stadium. Porter now gets the offload. Oh, the beast, just a stiff arm.
That's
Get out of my way.
again, 2 in a row for him.
Wow. Strong ball carrier, did not want to be in his way. Putting up the 30-point mark for Sonoma State. Well done to their program. We've really done some great work. Here's the replay. Step by Porter. One-handed offload. Kaloris, one, and doesn't even need the second one as the big number 7 puts down. Conversion was good from in front, I think. So winding down the clock here, 1 minute 40 left in the third place match. The men's open division, almost nicely taken, just spilled forward there. But tackling in the air. Yeah, can't be tackling air. Nelson, unfortunately, there.
Lafayette can't seem to catch a break here.
Porter tries to have another crack again. That's the new man on the field, dishes it off.
It's been all Sonoma State here in this third place match. 32-0. That'll make for a nice flight back to the West Coast for these boys from Sonoma.
That's right. Now we've got the final coming after this for the men's 2 open division.
Principia College against University of Wisconsin Stout. It should be a good one.
Oh, it will indeed. We see the last bit of action here. Space opens up on the outside for the new man.
That's Kamishia.
He's bundled up. McNamara. Could be a score in the corner.
It's Nick Oatley.
Wriggles off the tackle and puts it down as he's met with a wall of defenders. And that is another great try for Sonoma State, putting a stamp on this game, 37-0. Watch a replay here.
That's Kamishia. Good job to retain ball in contact by Sonoma.
And then a one-on-one. That's the thing. You can break a one-on-one tackle in sevens.
And then it's usually a try.
There we go. Kick is grubbed along the ground. And that is full time here. 32-0 Sonoma State over Lafayette. Both teams will exit this tournament. Sonoma taking third place in this open division. Stay with us. We're going to have Stout taking on Principia in the final of the open division, and we'll be back after the break.